Ready?
Yeah. No.
Hello and welcome to ScreenShare's offline podcast. We felt that given you're going to be doom scrolling late into the evening, obsessed with technology like we all are, we might as well have a think about those who are entirely offline. My name is Moses Seitler. I'm the founder and CEO of ScreenShare, the leading refugee digital inclusion charity in the UK. I'm joined by Nima, who is a friend of mine, a past client of ScreenShare's, a volunteer with ScreenShare, an IT technician with ScreenShare, and a podcast producer with ScreenShare. Is there anything you cannot do, and how are you?
Hi, Moses. I'm good. Thanks for having me, and thanks for this lovely introduction.
What's the point of this podcast? Why are we here?
The point is, we want to tell people about our experience. You as a co-founder of charity who helped me and me as a client of this charity, and clarify some terms for most of the people. I think first we should define what the offline mean.
Right.
And what the majority think about the offline, and step by step we can get close to answer this hard question. And we should define it as a problem first. After that, present our solution.
I agree. I think most people think that being offline would actually be lovely, and that we spend so much time online. I'd absolutely love a little digital detox, but they don't seem to appreciate that that's a temporary thing, and there are loads of people who are offline permanently.
True. For example, they say we're gonna go to hiking or countryside too far away from signals and phone or city. We want to live in the nature. So the point is, it's a temporary situation. It's not like a permanent, and you don't know when it's gonna end. And long-term, with a no signal or no device, it's bring isolation. Yeah. And when you don't know when it's gonna finish, it's gonna be like, okay, I'm isolated, and a lot of mental issue comes up. So because people didn't experience it, they just ignore it.
Have you ever been digitally excluded?
Yeah, I've been actually, and first I arrived this country, I had nothing, and it was one of the toughest experience I ever had. By finding phone from the charities, actually someone gave it to me, and long journey to take the phone, like 2 hours with a bus from my hotel to the Croydon, and yeah, it was really tough. And imagine 2 months with nothing, where what my family do, what my friend do, and you feel you got forgotten, like you never been. And it's give you this feeling, okay, I'm not part of this society I live. I'm not same person like before, because I don't present my existence online, because it's a new country. My friends aren't here to tell me, hey Nima, so we need a device to say, hey, how are you? I'm good. Now I arrived. I'm safe. So yeah, it was really tough 2 months, and we should realize a point, when you are in a hotel for like a week or 2 weeks, it's a hotel. It's a good place for sleep. You are safe there. But after 2 weeks, okay, you need a bit more entertainment. So the hotels become like prison. I've been in prison for 2 months.
When I watch the television and go on Twitter, it says that asylum seekers are given phones by the government. Is that not right?
Actually, it's not true. I wish it was true, because it's keep us far from this horrible experience we have every day. We hear about. Yeah, I saw a lot of video on social media. Come to the UK as asylum seeker, followed by government gifts like laptops, and they specifically say iMacs, MacBooks, just to make it more fancy.
Sounds great.
Yeah, and
so generous of the government.
And you're like, okay, I'm in the UK and I have nothing like that. I might lose something, I can't find it, or it just doesn't exist. And after 2 years, I realized it's not exist.
So it sounds to me like there's a misunderstanding about what it's like to be offline, and there's a misunderstanding about what it's like for asylum seekers who have just arrived in the UK with regard to their access to digital. Can you give us a sense of what it's like when you do get online? What are the opportunities that come about as a result of getting access to the internet?
So nowadays, everything transformed from analog to digital, like tapping the bus. Still, you can get card, but majority use tapping. And going to the restaurant, the old-fashioned menu doesn't exist, so you should scan something like barcode, or navigate new places, or finding local aid organization, or maybe you have some skill you want to be volunteer, so you should search it online. Or maybe job vacancy, if you printed your CV and go to the shop, they say, oh, we don't accept that, just go do it online. So, and imagine you have nothing to do that. And I always think why people ignore this feeling, to be ashamed about always asking for help from other, or why some mother or parents be upset about their child can upload their homework online, especially in COVID time, and nowadays even. And being in a college, everyone has a laptop and you don't have. It's give you are not belong to this country, and it's make the integration slower. It's make you don't adopt the culture, and make you like, I think some conservative idea is better. So you stick to the bad side of society as well. Say they ignore me. Why should be part of them? And when people say, okay, I have a laptop, I didn't turn it on for 10 days. So why asylum seeker need a laptop? They're gonna watch a movie for visit? They're gonna listen to music? And I say, yeah, they're gonna use it for movie or entertainment. Why not? Because in a hotel there is nothing. There's a food, water, some biscuit, and 1 cake per week, and £7 per week, and nothing else. So why not I should watch a movie, because I have such a long time, and it's helped me prevent from mental issues.
Of course. And if someone's learning English, I can imagine watching British TV and movies would probably be quite useful. It seems like digital leisure is kind of disregarded, as if most people across the country are not spending their evenings using the laptop and watching TV. I thought it was a really interesting point you made about integration, whereby there's this expectation that asylum seekers and refugees will integrate in the UK, but that the deal is unfair. There aren't the facilities, there's not the environment for refugees and asylum seekers to contribute. It seems like you need kind of commitment on both sides, from the individual, but also from the government or the home receiving nation, to create an environment in which they've got an opportunity. And I think digital inclusion is a big part of that.
Yeah, true.
You also spoke about dependence and independence and agency. When we met, we were giving you a device and we were kind of helping you out. Now, not long after, you're coming and organizing a podcast for us. Have you noticed a change within your own life with respect to agency and independence, having got online?
Yeah, for example, let's go back more. I was without any device for 2 months, and after 2 months, I found the phone, an old one. Still, I keep it. And with that phone, I use a ChatGPT and Google search engine to find some organization or charities donate laptop. And I find a screen share, and I read the whole website for hours. I say, okay, there is a hope. And when I finish my research, I realized there is a course for being techie, fixing or refurbishment, the laptop refurbishment and repairing. And also there's a chance I get a device. But I never thought you're gonna give me a good device. I thought, okay, maybe it's an old version, but still, Nima, you can develop your skill. You can use this free time you have and turn it into something valuable. And I joined the course. I find new friends like Parviz, and I met you. I always say, or like family. We are like a family here. And after that, I receive a laptop, and I fix laptop, and I give it to people who deserve have a laptop. So this slow victory, this slow process, and these small victories help me to have a confidence and allow myself to be here and talk about this problem. And without, just imagine if I didn't have the phone, I couldn't find the screen share, and maybe my life is like in other direction and we never met. So that's why the digital devices are important, or digital access.
Thanks so much for setting that out, and it's been a journey, and it's a pleasure to be on it with you.
Thanks.
It's interesting what you said about the quality of the device. You never expected to get a good device, and it's interesting because I see a pattern within the world of digital inclusion, which is about impact maximization, and we think, well, we could support 50 people with this set of devices, or we could exchange them or sell them and then support 100 people. And we think, oh, great, that's double the number of people. But actually, within that process, the quality of the devices decreased. And it seems to me like in order to raise people up, give people the opportunity not just to survive, but to better themselves and to improve their situation, you need to give them a tool which is actually going to help. And laptops of a low quality, it's not worth it. You need to trust people with valuable devices, because ultimately they have the same right to a good quality device as you do. So I think a really important trend in digital inclusion should be that we're distributing the highest quality device as possible, getting people to a stage where they can start to have a job and earn money so that they can buy their own device and the devices stay in the system, rather than just giving people the lowest quality device, because that's the most effective way to support as many people as possible. That's not a trade-off that I accept. When we're talking about access, we can all celebrate and give each other high fives. Oh, look, we included so many people. But actually, it's about whether the individual is participating and developing. How do we make sure that we can help people participate rather than just giving them access? What's the difference between the two?
So I always say there is a lot of church. They give us SIM card and free data to the asylum seekers. And let's say they have already phone. So they have a phone and SIM card. They just gonna use it for receiving the data, the emails, check weather, or important call from home office, or important message from home office. It's like a passive. But using your phone and your data for finding local aid, charities, try to be volunteer, and it's make you active, and it's help you to integrate fast. But I should clarify this point. It's not about just giving access. We should give the environment as well. Like, for example, like screen shares, the closest and best example I know. You give me a laptop, and also you teach me how to refurbish laptop. Because I love these things, I still have an empathy with asylum seeker, because I was one of them. And now I'm refugee. Like, the terms change, but still I'm the same person.
Yeah.
So you teach me how to fix laptop, you give me device as well, you send me tools, and now I'm part of this charity. This is a participation. You can just say, okay, I give him laptop and show people, oh, we donate 20,000 laptops. And when someone asks you, okay, from this 20,000, what's the income for society or for your charity? They say, oh, you are silly, why you ask like that? You know, like what the politicians do. They just pull the numbers. They just don't care about the quantity or the quality and value.
That's really interesting because in the government's new digital inclusion strategy, they define digital inclusion. And before that point, the general understanding was that digital inclusion was access to a device, access to connectivity, reliable internet, and the skills element of things. And the government included that fourth element, which is confidence, which is a difficult thing to measure, but a huge part of the story, because you can have someone who has gone through the skills training and they've got the device and they've got the internet, but they don't believe in themselves. They don't feel comfortable in the digital environment. So I was really pleased to see that included. And it makes it all the more important for grassroots organizations to include participants and beneficiaries in the solution, because it's within that community context that confidence grows and leaders emerge. There's something happening in the economy at the moment which is called digital transformation, where businesses and across government are desperately trying to keep up with the development of new digital technology. And everyone's speaking about AI and how it's going to fundamentally transform our entire lives forevermore. The reality is that until everyone is online, we cannot transform fully. They need each other. And unless we want a split society in which some people are online and some people aren't, we're going to need to make a national effort, both at a hyper-local level and also at a national government level, to ensure that we're not just developing wonderful technologies, but we're making sure that everyone has access to them. Inclusion, access, and participation are the bread and butter of society. And if we don't ask and insist on good answers to these questions, we're not going to be satisfied with the society that comes out. Nima, what gives you hope?
As I mentioned, the charities like Screenshare give me hopes because they prove that the digital inclusion is not impossible. They prove that it's possible, and the things give me hope is they just not stop it. They're gonna continue, and they give you this chance to be part of them. And by fixing laptop for us as refugee or asylum seekers, it's give me hope.
I'm really pleased to hear that. It gives me hope too. And working with you over the course of the past 18 months has shown me the power of digital inclusion. When we met, you needed a SIM card and other things, and now you're organizing and producing this podcast. It's extremely special. I'm really grateful and motivated to be doing it with you. Thank you for the energy that you've thrown into it. I've enjoyed chatting today. I look forward to chatting further. And I shall speak to you very soon.
Yeah, it's great. Thank you for having me. It was really lovely conversation, and I hope we have a more conversation like this, with me or without me. And yeah, thanks a lot for all of this opportunity you gave me. And I think Screenshare gave me a platform to develop what I can do to be helpful, and I really appreciate that, and thanks a lot.
See you later, mate. Thank you.